Hi, and welcome to Odyssey of Ascension. It's Friday's channeling, the second half of Q&A that we started on Wednesday. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll finish up the questions today. Thank you all once again for participating. All right, here we go. Yes. Greetings once again, collective of humanity. This is Ocyphius. We bid you all a good day. In the fashionable sense of Aragon, we shall let's say, this occur. Stand by. Go ahead. Hey, what? What did I do that was funny?
Nothing yet.
I haven't done anything funny yet. You're laughing.
And she's like,
You're giving me a complex.
No, it's the refrigerator.
that's what I'm saying.
What?
She's like,
I
I hear it
from
from
my
my
left, but I guess it's right. Oh,
Oh.
so wait.
I lean back and I feel it all around me. Okay.
You okay?
There's that no.
You need some drugs or something?
Yeah. Are you on some drugs? Yeah.
We can get you some.
Sorry.
The follies of the now. Let's go ahead.
Okay. This question is from David B.
Hello, David.
I have been exploring my multidimensionality in various ways.
Awesome.
One of my favorite tools to do that is doing a self-regression available on YouTube from Brian Weiss.
Excellent.
One of these sessions I found myself in a very metallic looking area. A bit further in the room were 5 to 6 ETs standing in a kind of circle. They looked like a light, giving white in their core parts of their body and then blue translucent towards the outer parts of their body. Being in their presence, I felt extremely connected.
Yes.
Could you tell me where these ETs might be from and how I am connected to them?
Well, let's not look for how you're connected, darling, because that only, let's say, keeps that experience outside of your framework of worthiness. And what let's say, intending on that for you to understand is you're connected already. You're looking for the human construct of how we meet and what purposes. You're always looking for the meaning of stuff. Meaning. Oh, let's do this, let's do that. We're going to go out to dinner, let's have a drink. All that stuff that you try to equate to an experience, forget about it. You cannot not be connected. Okay? You were in that reality, vibrating at that experiential relationship to reality through your idea of your regression. But it's truly not a regression, because where are you going? I don't see a past. You're regressing to something less than past experience. It's all now. It is a permission slip and it works for you through the definitions that you've given it. Fine. Awesome. Beautiful. Doesn't matter. But don't hold diplomacy on that and say that's what it is, and then you need a bus. Get back to fucked. I love that one. So, now, if you want to know the questionable idea in your mind, which you already know, but you want validation through an entity, me, or this channel, an authority above you, we'll give you the validation that you already know. And then, perhaps, maybe, a wonderment time of now, you will choose your truth to be the truth that you will know it is. And that's difficult for humanity, because you're so used to not being worthy of your own thoughts that you look for the idea of the written, structured, researched, proven, and authorized by some asshole with a degree behind him hanging on the wall that's gathering dust. Now, yes, they were ETs, but I would not say extraterrestrials. I would call them aliens, because they did not have human DNA. And that idea of that glow was their, let's say, entrance into the realm, or what you call density, in that specific idea, was their isness. And it projected through and went through their bodily idea, what you call skin, and it gave that blue tone. And they were what you call Akume from an older civilization of Akume in your time of time. Because that civilization, Akume, evolved. Now they are no longer bodies, but you visited a time that you were, quote, connected to because it was within your relationship reality to have that idea experience, to have this question, to have this now, to help you understand and start trusting yourself. Oh, is there anything greater? I dare say no. Trust you, darling. Go ahead.
This question is from Beth J. My question has to do with dogs. I have the belief that they are from the same stream of consciousness, but of a different focus point.
Okay. Where is another stream of consciousness? If we're all one, how can you have another stream of consciousness? There is no other. There is only consciousness with all the individual eyes making up the consciousness, choosing the experience, using the consciousness to have conscious awareness. Awesome. Go ahead.
They are more allowing of their well-being and are more connected to the source energy stream than that of their human friends.
No, thanks for playing. Wrong. More connected? That's a comparative point of view. They are as connected as you are. You are in an illusion, they are in an illusion in that fashion, but what it is a paradigm for experience, and you are a paradigm for experience from the creation source of that you, the individual, is. They're not more connected or less connected. That's your own self-worth saying that's more connected because the apparency of a dog not feeling this or doing that is telling me I'm not more connected. Stop. My goodness, woman, you're beating the shit out of yourself. Don't even need to bring Sly in here to do that. You're doing it great. I know, right? Go ahead.
If this is true, why do they experience decline, and why did my sister have to put her dog down?
They don't experience decline. You and your sister see them in declination. That's your choice. Some idea, what we call dies, it's not dying. It's an experience, and then when they're, quote, done, they move to the other room. You are the one translating the idea as declining and death. They're not experiencing that, and don't even, not 1 ounce of thought, iota, ever think you can see from another person's point of view. You cannot. You are an individual. Dog, cat, tree. You can experience their vibration and interpret it always through what you are. Your eyes. Go ahead.
Well, that basically addresses the whole deal. So, the next question is from J.O.
J.O.
What actions...
J.O. J.La come and we won't go home. J! He said J.O. J.La come and we won't go home. That was so cool.
Right?
I know, right? We just went there. Are we awesome? Okay, guys.
What actions and thoughts are essential to practice daily? Sorry, this vehicle didn't come with a manual.
What's the first part of it? J.O. says what actions are...
What actions and thoughts are essential to practice daily?
There's no essentiality to practice anything, darling, because then you put your structure within the framework of your definition of that practicality to practice to become something that you're not. You're trying to become something that you're not. You need to pay attention to who you are now, and now brings you to the joy of the now. Practice and time keeps you in that idea framework, and you're trying to become something that you're not now. You need to love the living shit out of yourself now, because that's going home. You got to do that. Practice loving yourself if you want to do that, but that occurrence is not in time, it's not in structure, it's not in goals, it's not, check marks, achievements, along the way, readjustments. All that's time, and all that's putting framework on your now, and then you're changing your framework according to the interpretation of the scenery along the way, and then of course you're so far off what you would call what you really want to feel inside of you, your joy, your freedom, your love. Then you are back into the structure of readjustment, and you do that for your whole life. Nothing wrong with that. That's a choice and an experience. However, we say, let's do this. Let's be now, choose myself in the now. My practice is to choose my joy now. I don't need to think about practice beyond now, but if you want the practicum practice, that is to be, I know I want to do this. I'm going to do that. Scary, I'm going to do that still. Scary, I'm still going to do that. That's my joy. Obligation, I'm not going to do that. Your need to, I'm not going to do that. It's not my joy to do that. But you need to because diarrhea. I don't listen to you. I'm going to not do that and live my life. Freedom. Go ahead.
This next question is from Nick J.
Nick J.
My birthday is on the 26th.
Yay!
Any messages from my higher self and gang?
Yes! Happy birthday! Yeah, and that's it. And I think you've already been told to trust your own thoughts and talk to your higher self a few times during your inquisitive self of the past year of being part of the Q&As. You can go ahead and trust yourself now and just listen to that voice in your head. That's you. Can't make that up. Start talking to you. Do you have any messages for me? Yeah, happy birthday. Well, thank you. Well, you're welcome. Things like that. Go ahead, it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. This is from Mina.
Nina?
Mina.
Mina.
Many years ago, when I had a gloomy, stressful life, and when I had no knowledge of spirituality and no interest of knowing about ET existence,
Okay.
I had a very unusual, vivid dream.
Yes.
I dreamed that I was in a small spaceship with a few other entities that were not human. It seemed they were giving me a tour around a city to show me their urban architecture and the way that they were living. I was extremely excited and mesmerized by seeing so much beauty in the lights and colors that I had never seen before.
Yes.
Their architecture was simple and at the same time very advanced. I kept saying to my guides that I must remember all of this when I go back to Earth to tell them that we can use the same techniques on Earth too. I tried hard to memorize all of it. I remember that I had some confusion on how I should explain those colors that we don't have on Earth.
Yes, difficult.
Of course, when I woke up, all those wonderful details disappeared from my memory, but the feeling of excitement is still with me whenever I think about it. I know the details are not that important, but I'm still a little curious about where I was and if there was a purpose for that visit.
The purpose, oh my God, look at yourself now. Look from the experience of evolution, which means you take a start point, and let's call the dream the start point. Look at yourself from that point to this point because of that point dream way back then when you were not interested in any of this stuff. When you had no desire, ETs, anything. Look where you are now. That's a pinnacle shift. If you want to give a purpose, that's the purpose of it. Don't worry about the details and the understanding. You gave yourself a trip to Disneyland. Enjoy it. Go about your nows and let the evolution of perfect timing come into play to show you the whole picture of all these, let's say, dreams, coincidences, things that you can't quite put together and you want to put together because your curious mind wants to know if it's a waste of time to continue or wants to know if it's, let's say, something that I need to pursue and research and find out. All of that crap. Are you guys still laughing? My God.
Still turning her head like.
So anyways, you're being silly Billy. Big silly Billies. So baby, let it go. That interaction with that civilization, you were there. You were understanding. Now, we can give you this. That is a future of humanity. A self that you are, but you are interpreting it from your understanding of your space-time now that we don't know about these aliens, we don't know about other colors, and Earth needs to know about that. But you go flash forward, let's say, 100 years from now, and humanity is Homo Galacticus kind of idea. Well, let's say they're part of the Galactic Federation. Oh, it's so Trekkie, but you know what I'm saying. That's the term you guys came up with. So anyways, that idea, you're a part of that community. So travel to other planets is traveling on a bus to Las Vegas to go gamble or whatever. So you in that idea, okay, that was a future part of you were selving and let's say experiencing as a probable self because you're more connected to the nows. But you're looking for the dependencies of what it means to me. Forget what it means to you. It means to you whatever it means to you in the now that it meant to you. So the first part is look what it done for you. The second part, through the Inquisition, is look what you understand is happening in the future for your world. Excellent. Go ahead.
This question is from Zeta.
Zeta.
I've tried to do automatic writing and astral shifting, but it never works for me, and I believe I can do these abilities, but I'm wondering why this isn't working for me.
Because you're expecting them to work in a particular way according to your coveting beliefs of someone else's and what their experience was, and if it doesn't match, you're saying it's not working. Ta-da! Good. Boo. I know, right?
Okay, I really have no clue how to pronounce this name, so it's like B-O with a slash through the O, R-R-E.
Beren, maybe?
Well, there's no N on the end, but okay.
Bore? Oh, I thought there was an N. My pardon.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
We got you, honey. Hi.
We love you. Thank you so much
Hi,
for
Heavy B
writing
and the
in.
boys. Okay.
And this person says, been practicing meditation for many years.
Awesome. Is it fun?
Sort of all have moved against me. Not sure how to tell in a good way. I'm strong, but now weakness sets in and I'm going more down. Found your page and wonder if I could use you to get rid of bad influence.
There it is. There's the issue right there. You're perceiving bad. Okay, because there's more.
If possible, a little hope for a way to solve.
Okay, that's the issue right there. A, you're looking at a problem. Your bad influences are your choice. You believe this influence is bad, but you do it because you don't know the good influence. And both of them are measurable in polarity. But if you view this bad influence as a choice to make or not, and don't label it, then in your discernment self, you go, I don't want to choose that. And you don't. And therefore, your translation of reality doesn't become the fear that you're needing hope and freedom from. That kind of idea. So you need to accept what comes into your reality, but you're viewing it as something shitty, crappy, bad, influences, entities, scary. Everybody knows, outside of humanity, that everyone is a bunch of bunnies. We're all soft and cuddly. But then here comes humanity, puts a mask on you. Scary. That's all you do. You're decorating your reality. You're the interpreter. I can't interpret the reality for you. You do that. You take the vibration that's going blah, 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 and you're going, and then when it comes to this perceiving mind of your coveting beliefs of what you believe is good, bad, up, down, negative, positive, all that stuff you play with in distractions, that is interpreted, that vibration, that is unconditional love, because nothing else can be except that. It comes in, and then you look at it and go, scary. I got to put a mask on this, and that is a scary mask. That's you, kiddo. There's no victimization here. You can play that trump card if you want to. Get it? Ha. So, in that idea, you are the one that's choosing to be the victim to the idea of what? Bad influence? Negative? I'm going down. You're going down because you're looking at your situation out of the probabilities of fear of the future that it's going to be a shitstorm. But the fact is that you don't want to believe that you're enough now. You don't like that you are now enough. You always want to be better. You have some kind of construct that I'm not enough. I need to be this. I need to be that. I need to be meditating. I need it. And you're never now. And the only way to get home is now. And the only way to get home with now is to love yourself. Accept reality. Allow the now. Choose your joy. And live freedom. Truly. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
Ayaka has a question about one of her interests and whether or not it is what she calls a soul interest. Her interest is in ponds and fish, and she has moved across the road from Europe's third biggest lake.
Okay.
She has
That sounds fun.
He has 4 aquariums and a pond in the basement where she grows aquaponics.
Okay.
Ayaka is also a Pisces.
Okay. As
And-
above, as below. Okay.
Wants to know, is this a soul interest or...
No, it's a choice.
Okay.
It is as simple as this is interesting me to play with right now. When it no longer becomes interest, then you release it. But if you're equating, I'm a Pisces, I moved across this, and it feels like this, and if I tell you the bullshit answer that you maybe want to hear because you need some kind of a belonging feeling because you can't accept yourself as awesome, love, can't love yourself. So I give you that idea, oh, it is your sole interest for sure. And then you go down and try to create a perfect world out of limitations to acquire something that you already are, your own love. You're just not choosing it. The details, guys, are the toys. The vibration is you. If you have an idea of dependency on that for some particular outcome of feeling belonging, then you know you're looking at yourself in a limited fashion from an approach of the now of I'm limited, being more limited. Awesome. Now, if you can release that and look at it as this is fun, I'm going to play with this. And now I'm done. And I'm going to play with this. And now I'm done. Because I'm here on earth to have a vacation. And I'm going to live my life as I choose it in the now and not try to figure out this game. Because you can't figure out the game from the speck of information that you've received in this short time in your, let's say, idea of life to figure out creation. Wow. That's a daunting task. And you can't from a limited source, and that's your experience. And what you covet around you as valid and invalid starts to get categorized as a way to create your future and your life and live your life, which is limited. You're already really good at limited. Look at your past. We've said it. So look at your past and how it was struggling, effort, pain in the ass to live. And now you know you don't have to choose that. Forget about all the reasons why you're there. Enjoy while you're there to discover the interaction with relationship to reality that you're missing because you've been shading it so much with the ideology of purpose, of need, of belonging, of doing this or that, and this means that, and oh my God, I'm this, and look how awesome I am, but you don't fucking love yourself because you're so busy with the distractions. You don't love you. You're trying to decorate yourself with a whole bunch of organic and materialistic ideas of ordainment across your idea mask of the let's say, identity self in hopes that someone will congratulate you on your awesomeness, and that vibration gives you that addiction of that idea separated self, feeling the drug of choice in that now of belonging. The emotional content. Let it go, child. Do yourself, nobody else. Yourself, the greatest act of love, and love yourself. Choose you, forget about everything else, in the moment. And release yourself from the distractions of juggling life, and you will find freedom. Freedom. Immeasurable freedom. Go ahead, darling.
This is from Anna. How did the idea of sacrifice come about? Like sacrifices for God.
Fear.
Knows what, like ripping hearts out or killing animals.
Fear. Through the idea, or is there more?
Yeah, and later civilized sacrificing something for another, like I did not do this so that you can do that.
Yes, fear. Fear and gratification. Acceptance, fear, and the idea. Oh, we need to slaughter this. So many like your Mayans. They slaughtered the jungle people because they wanted to make the happy God happy. So all of their group of people would be fearing their God and would give them the drought and do all the stuff. But of course, it was just the now. And all of the stuff they deemed as forgotten gods as I need to give that. So they found the people, slit their hearts, and did that whole thing and go, yay! And then, it would all be happy. So that was their experience of sacrifice. And now people want to sacrifice themselves for another because it makes them feel good that they earned some fucking points to an angry God so they don't have to deal with Judgment Day. A. And then B, they want the admiration from others. When you're making something, Anna, and you're doing a good job and you're hoping that someone's going to notice, that's the sacrifice. Do you really want to do that? Do you need that momentary lapse of reason? Wow, you did a great job. Thank you. Now go back to work. And then you seek it again and again and again when it's there eternally inside. I need no one's approval. I need no one's admiration. I need not sacrifice at the expense of my own well-being, my self-worth, ever again. To fall in love with myself is my freedom. And so I shall be that. Choice. Go ahead.
This is from Judith.
Hello, Judith.
You said that we should forget any idea that is not now. So
Yes.
should I not think about the things that I want because that would be lack?
Yes. Yes.
Sometimes I think about my life or having something that I want and it feels real and wonderful, and sometimes it makes me feel stuck, like it's way off in the distance.
Well, that's your interpretation, because it is off in a particular now. And since it's not here, you're lacking about it. Go ahead.
Which then, of course, I try to let it go and remember that I'm God. But what about when it makes me feel good? For example, sometimes I think about my acting career and moving to LA and it being so easy and I'm getting everything I want and it feels great because, but is that still lack even if I feel good about the future?
You can feel good about it, darling, but don't take actions to create it. Accept that it's coming in the perfect now, and when that now comes, it's that much more beautiful on how it came, and when it came, that moment of become. You're the perfect moment for that now. You're the perfect moment for this now. Be this now to create the love and the self and expression of the self that you are, that you have forgotten. Every now, be yourself, in other words, to discover yourself. So as you're moving down the road, the LA thing starts to fall into place, and poof, you're there. But between now and then, you can feel good about it. But as soon as you start to lack it and take action to try to create it when you know it's out of time, yourself says it's not now. This is your own discernment. This is the practicum in the idea of being now. Be honest with yourself. I don't need to do anything about that now, because there's nothing coming to me on a silver platter that says here. The same idea with Roxy. She got that idea of this beautiful creation reality swept into her life. She swept off to another state, got this idea, beautiful moment, and where it goes, she doesn't know. She thinks about it. She feels that experience in the nows to come, but she will not pick up the phone, how's it going, anything I can do, blah, 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 to try to create it. She feels it, loves it, and goes about her now. But you're not going to sit there and feel it and love it for a very long time. As soon as you're done with that moment, then go get something to eat. Or you need to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom, and start living your nows. And then when it comes up again, be it, love it, allow it, and collapse it. Don't sit in it to try to create it, because then you're creating out of lack, because you don't think you're enough in the now. Truly. Good?
This is from Ardit A.
Mm-hmm.
Around 5 months ago, I took a large dose of LSD with a couple of friends, and I haven't been the same since.
Well, of course.
I
You
think-
haven't been the same since now. And now you're not the same. Oh my God, now you're not the same. It's just what you see that defines you as not the same in comparative selves of the past. But you're always changing, darling. Always. Go ahead.
I think the experience was too much for me to handle.
It can't be, because you're still alive, you're still now, you're not out of this realm, you're still here as a human, as yourself, totally self-aware. You're just judging it because it's not go ahead.
I feel as if I'm broken.
Bingo.
I'm not sure if something has changed in me other than my view of myself.
Oh, is there anything else?
Yeah.
You're not viewing out there, are you? That's yourself. Ding, 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 ding.
I find it hard to interact with people as I feel they can see through me.
That's your interpretation, baby. You've opened up your vulnerability by using this LSD, and you say you're broken because your broken defenses are allowing people to see you, which is you allowing yourself to see yourself and being honest. And, like the idea, yeah, we said the other day, you're filleted like a fish and you're just spread out all over the table waiting to get chewed up by creation. Be vulnerable. Allow them out. Watch what happens. Nothing's scary. Can't. Scary's in time. You're fine, baby. You're fearing yourself. You're discovering your separation. Your dependability on the emotional experience of belonging in the fashions of the old, the identity self reoccurring over and over again to give yourself a feeling, I belong, I'm worth this trip. That kind of shit is now you're not using that as a reliability, the drug. So therefore, you feel empty, broken, scared. People can. And this is the unknown. Sit in it. Love it. Allow it. Be it. And you will start to interpret it as different. Vibrationally feeling first. Trust the feeling. All the shit that comes after that, your thoughts, what about, that's all the fractal going, hey, come back, be limited. Truly. Go ahead.
Maggie Ray has
Maggie
a
Ray.
question. I've always felt as if there is more to this planet than meets the eye. Is it possible that terrestrial beings exist beyond what we today classify as human, possibly living inside Earth or deep in Earth's oceans?
Well, there's terrestrial beings, you mean of Terra ideas. She means like a species created on Earth, born of Earth, that kind of thing.
Yes.
Terra.
Yes, but
Sure.
not us.
Right, non-humans. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Yes.
If so, is our very existence causing harm to them?
Causing? You've never caused a damn thing in your life. Ever. Everyone chooses their vibration of their world. If you think you're causing an issue, oh my goodness, you got some ideas. That's painful for you. Hang on, don't go yet. You cause someone is your own sacrifice, your own degradation for yourself. You can't cause pain because you live in a bubble. And everyone that's co-created is receiving your vibration in an interpretive bubble. So they are interpreting themselves through a vibration that you are giving. But they interpret it. That's their choice to be causality. We're not fucking everyone up. God, you guys are so scared that you're actually causing your own demise. That's your self-worth. No gods die. No gods judge. No gods have pain, sorrow, suffering, victimization, causality, effect. That's humanity in separation. Get yourself off of those ideas. Lift the scales you've given yourself. Open up your sight to the inside of yourself and see that God is one, unconditional, experiencing everything. That's it, darling. So those Terra beings, they're having a good time because they're not seeing it from your point of polarity. They're seeing what we see. Look how fun this ride is. Let it go, darling. Got a funny question coming up?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is from Daniel H. A while ago I tried to activate the vibration of having money, but it wasn't coming easily, so I tried and tried and tried and tried over and over again to make it by being like, and told myself that I have a different vibration. I have a different vibration.
Boy,
I am
force in
changing
your
this.
lack.
I am
Force in
changing
your
this.
lack.
I am totally changing
I'm going to
this.
be more lack.
Why isn't this working? OFG, okay? So then over time I built up a momentum of that
You're really good. You were
Yeah.
a pirate, weren't you?
energy, and now it's running its own program in my brain all the time like it's got a mind of my own. Help!
Oh, that's beautiful. You're going arr all the time. Arr, I need money. Arr, I'm a go-getter. Arr.
They bring himself to a pirate.
You are having fun, darling. So don't approach this moment as a bad thing. Look how silly it is. And then it'll quickly diminish. So as it comes up, going, oh yeah, that's goofy. That's me, our pirate guy. And as you have your relationship with that experience of that repetition because you created it out of lack, you were trying to force a reality. You were trying to be God. Oh, you're fucked there. Oh my God. You have to be the now of yourself. You were trying to be, I want money. Money is an exchange system. It provides access. That's all money does. Access comes to the steward of creation and is at your doorstep if you get out of your way. But you want to see it in money because money means power, money means safe, money means security, money, 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 money. And then your idol is money and you are a worshiper of money and you are never worthy of the godship that creates that whole reality. You're creating that for yourself. That should show you that you're God. So you just don't entertain it as a negative thing anymore, which you've been doing. You've been trying to make it go away. You need to it up and then love it and laugh and go on about your now. So when it comes and comes and the next thing you know, it's the same thing as the song stuck in the head. One moment that you don't pay attention to it, it's all of a sudden gone. And you don't even realize when that song that's stuck in your head is gone. Same thing will happen here. Go ahead.
This question is from Chihiro T.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when I receive an inspiration, almost at the same time, I have this second guessing and self-doubt
Okay,
towards
right there.
this inspiration.
Inspiration, that's my truth. Second guessing is the fractal self vibrating with that idea thought. You're becoming more aware of your original thought, and then it filters through your perceiving mind, and the perceiving mind says, nope, doubt can't be, because. Okay, go ahead. It's always after, yeah.
Well, that's the whole deal. So what does that mean? Am I not ready?
Of course you're ready, you're just not choosing.
Could you give me some advice on how to deal with this kind of situation?
And not deal with it, because when you deal with something, you have to have a structure to deal with it. Okay, what do you want to do? Okay, let's put a plan together. Let's deal with something that hasn't happened. It's happening in the now. Your inspiration, choose the inspiration. That's it. Everything after that becomes time, and you have to deal with it to get around this idea of this feeling of doubt. No, doubt diminishes when you choose yourself, your joy, because you have not chosen the doubt. See, when you hesitate, you're energizing the doubt. You're energizing the fear. You're energizing the possibilities of a fearful future and a lackful self now, only giving your idea validation of your unworthiness to choose your own world, your own joy, your self of bliss that's waiting there for you, but you won't choose it to see the doubt's bullshit. You've got to choose yourself in the now. That's why we say, accept everything comes in. Don't judge it, okay? Because that'll continue your separation, because you are that world. Everything that you see is birthed from you. Okay. I accept, and now, what do I want to do? Let's do that. Can't do that. Why not? Because why? Because, that's it. That's the fractal. Hello, fractal. Good to see you. I got to go and choose my joy. Just this once. Don't worry about it. We'll see what happens. Yeah, but it's going to be scary and you're going to end up dead. Awesome. Then I get to experience death. Cool. And then go. And you'll see all your fears never come. They can't, because they lie in la-la land, outside of the now. Projectionable ideas based off of the known. Taking your fears of the known, putting them in the idea of the unknown, and the unknown is only love. Can't be anything else, because you haven't distorted it yet. That's the pull of creation of awareness. All of it is unconditional love, the state of being. And as soon as you have it in your awareness, your perception, you distort it to whatever frequency you want to give yourself or experience. Booyah. Let it go. Choose your joy. Go ahead.
Scarlett asks, what do I do when I feel that my life is a mess and I've lost direction in all areas of my life?
Celebrate. Oh my God, that's perfect. Because all of your directions have been structured. I want to imagine, Ocyphius says this, and when he said it, we all loved it. It was the idea of your castle. You built this castle, but what you are now realizing it, when it becomes chaotic, is because you're no longer validating this structure of the castle. So you're tearing down that wall and tearing down that wall, and then you realize all of those walls, your castle, your empire, your built, was built on other people's blueprints. Other structures of limitations. You tear that shit down, it's chaotic. Okay? You're deconstructing 1 billion years worth of illusions in your idea collapsed timeline self. Billion years of illusion, of separation, and you're doing it in one lifetime. Fucking epic. You're realizing that's not my truth. And now that you have all of your dependencies going away, I have nothing to hold on to, you feel empty and separated. But that separated is recreating the connection, because it's not validating and reinforcing the separation. So you're not reinforcing the castle that you built. You've taken it, you've torn, who said that? Sly said it. Yeah, tear down the walls of Jericho. And you're rebuilding your idea of yourself, your own empire. Using the trust and wisdom within. The kingdom of heaven lies within. I am God. This is my world. I create myself in my truths of the now. And I build my world. But you're empty right now, and it's scary. It's airy. It's like, where the fuck do I go? I have nothing to depend on. I have nothing to go to. I can't feel that connection. And you're lonely. But that connection is reconnection. You're disconnecting from the separation and reconnecting to the whole. Truly. And in that idea, you understand yourself as, let's say, getting familiar with a relationship to a reality that's unfamiliar. So therefore it's scary, and you say it's chaotic, it's out of control, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. And that's your reactionary self to the dependency that are no longer there to give you that validation of everything is okay. But you're still aware right now, you're still fine, you're still wonderful, you're still here and now. So awareness of that experience from the time that you start feeling your world fall apart until this now, you have always been aware. And if you are always aware, you know one thing, just from that simple moment, you will never not be aware. Think about that gift. See, you're aware, and you never go away. So experience the awareness in and of itself, instead of the diplomacies that you've given it as meaning of judgment, of measurement, of is, ands, buts, yes and no's, ups and downs, this or that. And then you release yourself from that whole paradigm of distractions that you have now. And now is unknown. It's unfamiliar. Trust you, because it flows in. And here comes the steward of creation going, miracle, here you go, darling, it's okay, we got you. And then you start feeling this isness, a sense of divinity, divine nonchalance, Roxy says. And then you can't find the scariness in that vibration. It's small, tiny. But you're an infant going home, growing into the whole again. So you get used to it, and it becomes larger and larger in the nows as you accept the nows as is. You don't run and defend from the scary. You accept it and embrace it. And then you start to dance with it. And then the melody and the music becomes you. And then you realize you're home. Truly. Fear nothing, child. You are God in your world. He will only rock you in your own bosom. And that's the gift of the grace you've been given by the Creator. Accept it. Thank you, Aragon. This is all we have, we feel, yes?
Yes.
Wonderful. Excellent Q&A, that of humanity. Thank you for your participation. And we will see you in the next now. Between now and that now, rock your world. Choose your highest joy of the self-worth and expand your worthiness into horizons unknown. This is Ocyphius. We bid you all a good day. Adonai. Fucking A. Great. That was great. That was really good. I'm like loving it. I'm like, yeah. Want that shit, the J.O.
That was great.
I thought she was gonna break out into the second verse.
Yeah.
Go, Mr. Talim. I'm not here. Are you gonna go there? And she didn't. That was funny. All right, guys. I'll get this up tonight, and I love you. We'll see you next Wednesday. Bye, all.